Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. So much going on at the moment, it's almost too much to keep up with, but I do want to send my congratulations to Ranks, who got married at the weekend. So congratulations to David and Erica, the happy couple. Thanks to Jessica, David's sister, for letting us know. And I'm sure we'll be doing one of Ranks' puzzles on the channel at some point soon. There's also, of course, on Patreon still the Looney Tunes contest going on. Do try and find out who wins the sandwich. Nobody has expected the winner so far. And you can also find out why they win it as well, of course, what score they get. Now, also, we have the Sudoku Pad app is out and has been updated lately. There are all kinds of things going on Discord, and of course we have all our stable of apps and our merchandise available. Thank you so much to anybody who's bought that recently. Excellent. It's been going through a good patch. Now, this is a really interesting rule set and an unpronounceable constructor name who admits that it's just a random string of keyboard letters, I think, although otherwise I'm not sure that they said that, but I'd have been tempted to try and guess some sort of acronym like "you must have solved better," something like that, or "you must have seen." I don't know if I could think of a Sudoku thing with BMB. I don't know. Anyway, you can come up with your own acronyms. But I don't think it's meant to be that. Anyway, the puzzle title is Losing My Precision, which is clearly a reference to a reference we make sometimes. Now, in this, normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits do not repeat in cages. The sum of digits in a cage is given with the first digit as its precision. I think that's a mathematical term, but it means that, for example, a cage sum of 30 would mean the actual sum of the cage is somewhere between 30 minus 3, the first digit of 30, and 30 plus 3. So if we saw 30, that would actually mean that the cage sum was somewhere between 27 and 33. So this 41, you can subtract 4 or add 4, because that's the first digit of 41. And this cage is somewhere between 37 and 45. People who know the secret will be able to work out that it's not 45, I imagine. But anyway, that is the rule. Those are the rules of this puzzle, as well as the normal Sudoku rules. Do give it a try on the link under the video. I'm looking forward to it because I haven't seen anything like this before. And I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Let's get cracking where? I suppose a 2 clue is somewhere between 0 and 4. So obviously somewhere between 1 and 4. A 4 clue can't be more than 8. So we can put a 1 in it. I suppose, yes, a 10. Okay, 10 in 4 cells. That has to be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 5 because they're the only ways of making up 10 and 11. And you can't achieve 9 in 4 cells. And we know from that there's no 1 in those two. So there must be a 1 in one of those. So 1 is quite a useful degree of precision. But this could be 15 or 14 or 13. I suppose actually it can't be 15 because this cage can't have a 6 or a 7 in it. But it could still be 5, 9, or if it was 13 it could be 5, 8 or 4, 9. I don't know what else is there to go on. That's obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. These are between 9 and 11, but so what? Okay, this one, okay, what's the maximum here? 8 there, 11 there, 11 there, 30. So these two have to add up to at least 15. but this could be 22, which doesn't get a digit in. This can be anywhere from 3 to 10. This has to have a 9 in because it's a 24 cage, and that can only reduce to 22. I don't know. I'm struggling to believe this has a solution, actually. I don't see this precision rule. Well, let's put it this way. It's just not precise enough. I would say at this point, based on my knowledge and experience and feeling for this puzzle, that it doesn't have a single solution, and this won't become a video. Let's plug away a little, just see if I can spot anything to get going with. I mean, even if you could identify that this is quite a small number of cages for a full killer Sudoku if they were accurate. And some of them are inaccurate and some of them are very inaccurate. Oh, what's the maximum down here? 29 plus 6 is 35 plus 10. Okay, well, so we know that is a 10 cage, but that's got 3 possibilities. I don't know how to mark. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. This is a 29 cage, so I'm just going to fill in a sort of corner mark 29 up there to remind myself. Because this could be 37, 28 or 19, and whatever's left over goes in here anywhere. I don't know that that really helps anything. This 9, I mean 9 is a useless number. This could be anywhere up to 18. I suppose it's got to be at least 10, but it could be anything up to 18. You can't put a 9 in it, but that doesn't really help. I don't know. Oh, hang on. Okay, 41 and 24 makes 65. Right, now you know the secret. Don't tell everybody, but the sum of any box in a Sudoku is 45 because it has to contain 1 to 9. So if that area is 45 and this area is 65, that's a difference of 20. That's quite big. Right, so the only way to do this, 20 is too big, obviously. These can come down, so 22 and 37 would still, they're the minimums that these can be, and that still makes this area 59, which is 14 more than this 45, and you can only get 14 by adding those two and subtracting those two if these are a 1, 2 and these are a 9, 8. Is that right? 17 minus 3 is 14, yes. So this is a 22 cage. This is a 37 cage. Well, it doesn't really matter as long as I remember that this is a 22. Now, that 8, 9 pair, yes. The minimum this can be is 22, and it can't have an 8 and a 9 in. Aha! Okay, so there is something in this puzzle, and I apologise to Booms Bettis Wolf. I don't know his name. Oh, this is, oh, good grief. This 10 cage can now not be 1, 9 or 2, 8. So it is 7, 3. And our first digit, well, let this be our first digit. This is a 7, 3 cage. And that's 3 in the corner, losing its precision. Trying to keep up with you. Right, we've got something now. So that's 3, 7. Let's take out that 29. This is obviously just whatever the other digits are in the box. Now, what else can we do? We've got 5, 6, 7 there. This 4 cage can only be up to 8, so it can't have digits higher than 5 in, so that's a quintuple. I could have got that earlier, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6, 7 in a triple there. These are another 8, 9 pair. This one, oh, that can't be 5. This is 6 or 7. Come on, what else can we do? I do feel this is a sort of puzzle where I make a deduction and it just doesn't immediately lead to anything. Anyway, my first thoughts about this sort of puzzle were totally wrong, so don't listen to me about what's going to happen. Right, it is solvable, I reckon, but it's hard. Or maybe it's just non-intuitive to me. 1, 2, 3, and 4 in those cells because of the other pairs. This 5, that seems not helpful. That can be anything up to 10. This 3 can be anything up to 6. I mean, what if we... Oh, this 24 cage. This is a 22 cage. We know that. So there's going to be one other 8 or 9 in it. So it's either... this can't be a 7, 6 pair because of that cell. And I think that means these two have to have a 9 or 8 in. Oh, well, I knew that anyway because this can only have 1, 9 or 8. Oh, okay, that's not very helpful. This is a 22 cage, so it's either 985 or 976, but it can't be 976 because we'd have to put 7 and 6 here. Right, that was the point. That's what my brain was thinking about. So these are from 9, 8, and 5, and they definitely include a 5 in those cells, and that definitely does no good at all. Never mind, never mind. Ooh, 7 and 7. So one of those is definitely a 7. There's a 1 looking down at that pair. Yes. 2 and 1. And there's got to be a 2 in this. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 5. So now that goes in there. So there's a 2 somewhere there. Oh, there can't be a 2 in this cage. So now it must be 1, 3, 4 because the most it can add up to is 8. So that gives us a 5 here. And that makes this a 1, 3 pair. We now can't have a 4 in the cage. Oh, goodness, this is so clever. I love this puzzle now. Right, that is 5, is 8. Only, yeah, 10 is an interesting number because these cages add up to 9 or 11, and I'm now wondering about the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 of them are used there, so one of these doesn't use a 1, 2, 3, or 4 and must be 5, 6, and they must be in this order, 5 on the left and 6 on the right. The other one uses a 2 and either 7, 8 or 9. So there's no 6 here. One of these is a 5, 6 looking at a 5, 6, 7 candidate cell. So one of these is a 7. I don't know which row that happens in, but it must happen in one of them. And this isn't a 7. So we get another digit. That's amazing, actually. That's a 6. This is a 7. So up here we've got 4, 6, 8 and 9 still to place. That doesn't form a triple there. Oh, this is weird. Right, think about these 1, 2, 3, 4s again. Yes, there can't be 2 lots of 1, 2, 3, 4 in here because of these. So there is one of them. Has there got to be one? Yes, this can't be 5 and 6 this time. That would be too much for this degree of precision. The maximum this cage can be is 10. So one of them is in there. These are all from 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. And my thinking stops there. What's going on the bottom row? 1, 2, 7, 3. We've got, that can't be 4. It's not that interesting. Right, come on, come on. That can't be 3 now. 5 and 6 in one of these. Ooh, there's a 1, 2, 3 triple. So the 2 is not in that pair. That must be the 5, 6 pair. So that's where the 7 is. This is not 7. 7 is here because it had to be in one of those two. That's not 7. In fact, it's not 6, so it's 5. There must be a 2 in one of those two cells in the top row, so that's not a 2. And that's a 1, 3 pair. Yes, we know there's a 2 going in here, with either 8 or 9 now, making 10 or 11. We can't really tell. Ah, there's no 5 in this cage, and it can't be 8, 9. In fact, it has to be 4, 9 now, making 13 to achieve the right degree of precision. Oh, that is clever. That is so clever. That can't be a 4. 4, 9, 5, 6, 7. This is 1, 2, or 8. Almost every deduction in this puzzle is unexpected, I have to say. This is absolutely freakishly strange. 7, 4, 9. So there's a 6 in one of those two. That's no help at all. 6, 7, 3, 8, 9 pair. What? Is there some other use for that? This 21 cage I haven't looked at all. All the ones in the middle. What's in the... Ah, the 21 cage doesn't have a 9 and an 8 in this box. Is that helpful? Could still have 6 and 7, and this could be... Oh, well, it has to add up to at least 19, doesn't it? So the maximum for these two is 7 and 6. So the minimum for this is not 5. And indeed, 6 wouldn't work. So it's 7, 8, or 9. Could this be... No, 7, 6. How about if this was 6, 5? No, I don't think this can be a 7 either. So that is 8 or 9, which forms a pair. Good grief. Okay, so that's not 8 or 9. And in fact, if that's a pair, these... Oh yeah, I knew these two were blown. Okay, sorry. What is the minimum here? If that's a 9... These could be adding up to 10. 7, 3, I suppose. 3 is the minimum number here. I don't know what I can do with that. Oh, hang on. I said there's no 9 in this 9 cage, ironically, because even if it... Did I said that? Now I don't know if I meant it. No, I didn't mean it. Why couldn't there be a 9 in it? Oh, well, it can't now. Are you serious? Yes, it can't have a 1 or a 2 in. In fact, the minimum for this column is 4 and 6, and the minimum for this is 3 and 5, and they make 18, so we can write them in. Again, absolutely gobsmacked by that. I didn't see that one coming at all. Right, this cell sees 3, 5, 4, and 6. So it's 1 or 2 now. 9 in this row, that was what I was going on to think about. That 9, 4 pair says it's not there. It's got to be in the 5 cage, so that is a 9, 1 cage. That's a 2. There's no 1 here, except me. I'm here. And that's where 1 goes in column 3. And that can't be a 2. And that can't be a 1. We've got, that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, or 8. Not worth pencil marking. That's become a 2 though. 1, 9 pair. So this is 8. That's going to get a bit done here. 9, 8, 9, 1. Brilliant. 3, 2, 1 up there. Box 1 suddenly finished. No 6 there. So, right. These can't have a 9 or an 8 in. This is a 5, 6, 7 triple. Does this fix this cage? No, not at all. It can add up to 9, 10 or 11. This can't be 8 or 9 anymore. It's 5 or 6. Oh, what about this 21 cage, which could... 19 is the minimum it can be, and it's got to have at least... Well... And so it's got to have at least 11 more from 4, 5, 6 and 7. There's no 3 available now. 4, 5, 6 and 7. It's got to add up to at least 11. 2, 7. That is 4, 5 or 6 as well, just by the numbers it can see. Oh look, there's a 5, 6, 7 triple. Yeah, this is a 2, 3 pair. I can't resolve. Ah, yes, I did spot this when it was forming, and then I forgot it. That is a 5, 7, 8, 9 quad. So we have 3, 4, and 6 in here, but there's a 3, 5 pair looking at those, which are 4, 6, and that cell becomes a 3. That does fix the 2, 3 pair. That can't be a 2 now. 6 is definitely in one of those cells in the bottom row, so it's not in this cage. Now we need a 7 definitely in this cage, so that's not 7. Can we get away with a 4? Yes, bother. Okay. 4, 6, 3, 5, 2. So 1 is in one of these cells. That's not interesting. That can't be a 2 now. So that is getting quite constrained. 4, 9. The only place for a 2 in this column is suddenly here. Doesn't fix that cage. Got a 1, 3, 8 triple. That doesn't help. 8, 9 pair there. 6, 7, 3. Oh, come on. Keep. Oh, yes, that can't be a 6 because of the given that we've had. So I'm sorry I ever suggested it could. 1, 4, 6. So that can't be 4. That can't be 6. This is an 8, 9 pair. That's where 7 goes in the column. That's not a 7, but remember this has to add up to at least 9. So that's not a 2 now. Is that right? Yes. So the 2 in the column is there. One of those 2 is definitely a 2. Could even be in the 2 cell. 3, 5, 4, 6. So we've got 1, 8 and 9 to place in this box. So that's a 1, 8, 9, 5. Yes, okay. 4 and 6 up there have been available for a while. Sorry, I didn't spot that. But this puzzle has fried my brain, oddly. 4, 9, 7. Oh, come on. Come on, it's going well now. 5, 6 and 7. Oh, that's got to be a 7 because there's a 5, 6 pair. 5 or 6 there. What's that doing? Not much. Oh, this doesn't have to be a 4. No, that could still be 3, 6. 1, 8, 9, 4. Oh, come on, we're on the verge now. Now, I've known for ages, there's a 6 in one of these cells. So the simpler question would have been, where does 6 go in this row? Anyway, it's got to be there. 6 there, 5 there. This is a 7 now, and that still doesn't fix the cage. Oh, that, yes, it does, because that can't be a 5. 6 and 5 there. So this isn't 5 either. That is now an 8, 9 pair with a 5 there. One of those is a 7, knew that. Got to get a 2 in here somewhere with an 8 or a 9. That's a 4. That's looking up here. That's a 1, 3 pair, so we get a 4 there. 6, 4, 7, 3. This is amazing. That 8 that we got is looking at this cell. So that is not 8, that is not 9. Oh, that can't be 9 either. Right, so they're done. The 5 is looking at that cell. The 4 that we just did is looking there. Everything is getting sorted out apart from 8s and 9s at the top of the grid. That's a 3-8 pair in row 4. This is a 1-6 pair that can go in. That's a 2 now in the 2 cell as feared. 5 there. 2 in the final column must be here. That above it is part of an 8-9 pair. So that's a 1. That fixes these. 3-8, 3-1. Still got 8-9 pairs going everywhere. That can't be a 7. So that's a 7. So something is fixing. 9 is looking at that. Right. So here go all the 8-9 pairs collapsing to finish the puzzle. And what an absolute genius puzzle. I have loved that. That completely fooled me at the start. I may not be able to pronounce your name, but I can give you a round of applause to the constructor. That is brilliant. Wow, fantastic. I really enjoyed that. That is so unusual a puzzle. I'm not necessarily encouraging lots of losing my precision puzzles because that did my head in a bit, but that totally threw me at the start. I suppose it was finding this cage pair. That was mad. Anyway, excellent. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks to the constructor for sending this in, and I hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.